Welcome back to Everyday English Podcast, where we bring you the real conversations you need to navigate your daily life. Today, we aren't talking about Wall Street. We are looking directly at the screen of your smartphone to decode the money apps you use every day. Imagine sitting in a coffee shop, trying to send rent money to a landlord in another country, and your app suddenly flashes the words, "Transfer failed. Limit exceeded." Your heart drops, your palms sweat, and you wonder, did the money go through or did you just lose $1,000?
Oh, I know that exact panic because last year I tried to send money to my sister in Spain and I accidentally paid $40 in hidden fees just because I misunderstood the English menu on the screen.
By the end of this episode, you will know exactly how to read exchange rates, avoid sneaky fees, and confidently navigate any English financial app without the stress.
I am so glad we are talking about this. Handling money in a second language is terrifying. If you make a grammar mistake while ordering a coffee, you might get the wrong drink. But if you make a vocabulary mistake on a banking app, you could lose a lot of cash.
Exactly. The stakes are very high. So today, we're going to look closely at the vocabulary you need to use modern money apps safely. Before we jump into our main dialogue, let us preview 3 very important words you will see on almost every single payment screen. The first one is digital wallet.
What exactly is a digital wallet? I hear people use that phrase all the time, but I'm not entirely sure how it's different from a regular bank account.
A digital wallet is simply an app or an online service that allows you to store money and make electronic transactions. Think of apps like PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Venmo. They hold your payment information securely on your phone.
So that means it's just a virtual version of the leather wallet I keep in my pocket. Instead of holding physical paper cash and plastic credit cards, my phone is holding them digitally.
That is perfectly said. Yes, it is a virtual version of your physical wallet. In fact, many people today leave the house without their physical wallet entirely. They just use the digital wallet on their phone to buy groceries or coffee.
I do that all the time. It's incredibly convenient until your phone battery dies. But what about when I want to actually move money from my digital wallet to someone else?
That brings us to our next 2 preview words. You will constantly see the words sender and recipient.
Sender and recipient. Okay, I think I know sender. The verb is to send, so the sender is the person who is giving the money, right?
Correct. If you are transferring money from your account to your sister in Spain, you are the sender. You are initiating the action of sending. But what about recipient?
What does recipient mean? It sounds a bit formal.
It does sound formal, but it is the standard word used in all banking apps. The recipient is the person who receives the money. It comes from the verb to receive.
Oh, I see. So when I mail a physical birthday card through the post office, I'm the sender, and the person who gets the birthday card in their mailbox is the recipient.
Exactly. And in the financial world, the recipient is the person whose bank account will get the funds. You always have to be extremely careful that you have typed in the correct details for the recipient.
That makes total sense. Sender sends, recipient receives. I'm ready to see how these words actually look in real life.
Great. Let us jump into our main dialogue. We're going to roleplay a very common situation. We are 2 friends sitting at a table in a coffee shop. I'm an international student who just moved here, and I need to pay my rent to my new landlord back in London. You are helping me navigate a new digital wallet app to make sure I do it correctly. Let's listen to how this conversation sounds at a natural, everyday speed.
Okay, so you downloaded the money transfer app. It's actually really easy to use once you get the hang of it. What do you see on your screen right now?
Well, there are so many options. What do I do first?
First, open the digital wallet and tap on Send Money.
Got it. Now the screen says Select Recipient. I need to pay my landlord in London. His name's Mr. Smith.
Tap on Add New Recipient. Now enter his bank details carefully. You do not want to send your rent to a stranger.
Okay, done. Now it's asking for the amount. I need to send 1,000 British pounds. Wait, The screen says exchange rate applied. What is this decimal number at the bottom?
That shows how much your local currency is worth in British pounds right now. Always check the exchange rate before you hit confirm because it changes every single day.
Wow, it says my total cost is much higher than I expected. And there's a small line of text at the bottom that says service fee.
Watch out for those hidden fees. Some apps charge you a large percentage of the transfer if you use a credit card. Scroll down and see if there's a flat fee option for using a direct bank link.
Let me scroll down. Oh, I see it. It is much cheaper. Let me just press confirm. But wait, a red box just popped up on my screen. It says transfer limit exceeded. Did I do something wrong?
No, you did not do anything wrong. That just means you are trying to send more money than the app allows for a new user in one single day. You might have to split the payment and send half today and half tomorrow.
Let us step out of the role play there. That was a very dense conversation packed with the exact terminology you will see on your screen. Let us move into our language takeaway and break down those heavy financial terms one by one.
Yes, let us start with a really big one. In the dialogue, you noticed a decimal number on the screen, and I told you to check the exchange rate. What does exchange rate mean in everyday life?
An exchange rate is simply how much one currency is worth in another currency. So if you have United States dollars, the exchange rate tells you exactly how many euros or pounds or yen you can get for your $1.
So that means the price of money actually changes. Like yesterday, my dollar bought more euros than it does today.
Exactly. The value of global money goes up and down constantly based on the economy. That is why checking the exchange rate is so critically important before sending money abroad. If the exchange rate is bad today, sending that 1,000 pounds will cost you a lot more of your own local money.
I remember traveling to Europe a few years ago. I thought my budget was perfectly planned, but the exchange rate was very poor for my currency that summer. Every time I bought a cup of coffee, it cost me almost 20% more than I calculated in my head.
That is a perfect example of how the exchange rate affects your daily life. On your banking app, the exchange rate will usually be displayed right before you finalize the transfer. Always look for it. The next phrase we need to talk about is hidden fees.
I hate hidden fees. In the dialogue, you noticed the total cost was higher, and you saw a tiny line of text that said service fee. I warned you to watch out for hidden fees. What exactly makes a fee hidden?
A hidden fee is an extra cost that a company does not show you clearly at the beginning of a transaction. They hide it in small text, or they only reveal it at the very last step before you pay. They are designed to be easy to miss.
Like when I buy concert tickets online. The website says the ticket is $50, but when I finally get to the checkout page, suddenly the total is $75 because they added a processing fee, a venue fee, and a digital delivery fee. Are those hidden fees?
Yes, those are classic hidden fees. In the world of international money transfers, apps will sometimes advertise that they are totally free to use, but when you actually try to send the money, they give you a terrible exchange rate, or they add a fee for using a credit card instead of a bank account.
So that means we have to be detectives. We have to read the fine print and look closely at the total amount before we tap the confirm button.
Precisely. You always want to compare the amount you are sending with the total amount you are being charged. That difference is where the hidden fees live. Now, let us look at the last major phrase from our dialogue. At the very end, a red error message popped up on my screen that said, "Transfer limit exceeded."
Transfer limit. What does that mean? I know the word limit means a boundary or a maximum.
Yes, a transfer limit is the maximum amount of money a bank or an app allows you to send at one time, or within one specific day. Banks put these limits in place for your security.
Oh, like a speed limit on a highway, but for sending cash. The app is saying you're going too fast. You cannot send this much money all at once.
That is a great way to think about it. If a criminal steals your phone and tries to empty your entire bank account by sending all your money away, the transfer limit stops them. It might only allow them to send $500 in one day.
So in our story, you were a brand new user on the app trying to send a large amount of money for rent. The app saw that as unusual and blocked it by saying the transfer limit was exceeded. The word exceeded just means you went over the maximum amount.
Exactly. If your limit is 500 and you try to send 1,000, you have exceeded the limit. Now, I have a quick challenge for you listening right now. Open the payment app or digital wallet on your phone. Switch the language settings to English. Can you navigate through the menus and find the section that says Transfer Limit? It's usually hidden in your security settings. Go look for it after this episode.
That is a fantastic way to practice. And speaking of practicing, if you are enjoying decoding these real-life English situations with us, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. We want to help you live your daily life in English with absolute confidence.
Now that we understand the financial vocabulary, we need to talk about how to actually interact with the phone itself. Let us move into our Fluency Builder section. We are going to focus on a very specific type of grammar called imperative verbs.
What does that mean, an imperative verb? It sounds like a complex grammar rule.
It is actually the simplest grammar rule of all. An imperative verb is used when you are giving a direct instruction, a command, or a step-by-step guide. Instead of saying, "You should tap the screen," we drop the subject completely and just start the sentence with the action verb. We just say, "Tap the screen."
Oh, I see. In the dialogue, when I was guiding you through the app, I didn't say, "I think you need to open the digital wallet." I just gave you the direct instruction. I said, "Open the digital wallet," and tap on Send Money.
Yes, and that is exactly how native speakers give technical instructions. We use clear, short, imperative sentences. Let us look at the verb you just mentioned, tap on.
When I use a computer with a mouse, I usually say click. I click on the link. But with a smartphone, we say tap. Why is that?
Because your smartphone has a touch screen, you are using your physical finger to gently hit the glass. That physical motion is called tapping. So when you instruct someone to select an option on their phone, you tell them to tap on it.
So that means I can say tap on the app icon, tap on the recipient's name, or tap on the confirm button. It's a very light, quick touch.
Exactly. Now, what happens when the information you need is lower down on the screen and you cannot see it yet?
In the dialogue, I told you to scroll down to look for the flat fee option. To scroll means to slide your finger up the glass so that the page moves downward, revealing more information.
Right. Think of an ancient paper scroll that you have to unroll to keep reading. On a phone, we scroll down to see more text, or we scroll up to go back to the top of the page. It is a vital phrasal verb for navigating any app.
What about entering information? I noticed in the role play, I told you to enter his bank details. I didn't say type his bank details. Is there a difference?
That is a very subtle but important difference. You type on a keyboard when you are writing an email or an essay, but when you're putting specific, secure data into a form, like a password, a PIN number, or bank details, we usually use the verb enter.
So that means the banking app will prompt me to enter my passcode, not type my passcode. I'm inputting secure data into a specific field.
Precisely. Enter your passcode, enter the amount, enter the recipient's account number. These imperative commands are everywhere in digital banking.
I think it's time we put this grammar into practice. Let us move into our shadowing section. We are going to play our coffee shop dialogue one more time, but this time, Tom is going to read her lines and we're going to mute my voice.
Yes, this is where you, the listener, have to do the work. When it's Sarah's turn to speak, I want you to read the instructions out loud. You need to use the imperative verbs we just learned to guide me through the app. Are you ready? Imagine we're at the coffee shop. I'm holding my phone, looking confused. Here we go. Well, there are so many options. What do I do first?
This is where you tell her to open the app and tap on Send Money. Say it out loud right now.
Got it. Now the screen says Select Recipient. I need to pay my landlord in London. His name is Mr. Smith.
Tell her to tap on Add New Recipient and tell her to enter his bank details. Speak right now.
Okay, done. Now it's asking for the amount. I need to send 1,000 British pounds. Wait, the screen says exchange rate applied. What is this decimal number at the bottom?
Tell her that it shows the value of the currency and instruct her to check the exchange rate. Go ahead and say it.
Wow, it says my total cost is much higher than I expected, and there's a small line of text at the bottom that says service fee.
Give her the imperative command to scroll down and look for hidden fees. Speak out loud.
Let me scroll down. Oh, I see it. It's much cheaper. Let me just press confirm. But wait, a red box just popped up on my screen. It says transfer limit exceeded. Did I do something wrong?
Tell her she didn't do anything wrong, but she exceeded the daily limit. Great job speaking out loud. It feels strange at first, but physically saying the imperative verbs trains your brain to access them instantly when you need them in real life.
Fantastic work. Now, as we wrap up today's episode, let us look at the bigger picture. Sending money internationally used to be an exhausting, all-day event.
It really was. My grandfather used to tell me stories about sending money back to his home country decades ago. He had to take a bus to a specific international bank branch downtown. He had to stand in line for an hour, speak to a bank teller through thick security glass, and fill out 3 different paper forms in his second language.
That sounds incredibly stressful, and the fees were probably outrageous back then.
Oh, they were. The bank would charge him a massive flat fee, sometimes $50, just to initiate the wire transfer, regardless of how much he was sending. And the worst part was, he wouldn't even know what the final exchange rate was until the money arrived, which often took 2 entire weeks. He just had to hand over his cash and hope for the best.
We are so lucky today. The entire process my grandfather went through now takes us exactly 30 seconds while sipping a latte in a coffee shop.
So that means the anxiety has totally shifted. We no longer have to worry about talking to intimidating bank tellers or filling out complicated paper forms. Now, all our anxiety comes from reading error messages on a digital screen. The English we learn today is actually protecting our money better than ever before. If we can read the screen, we can control our finances.
Let us do a final audio review of the vocabulary that gives you that control. Listen to the word and then listen to the context. Digital wallet.
I forgot my cards at home, but I paid for lunch using the digital wallet on my phone.
Sender.
The sender initiated the transfer at noon.
Recipient.
Make sure you spell the recipient's name correctly or the bank will reject the payment.
Exchange rate.
The exchange rate for euros is very strong today, so my vacation will be cheaper.
Hidden fees.
I thought the app was free, but they charged me $10 in hidden fees at the end.
Transfer limit.
I have to pay my rent in 2 parts because it is over my daily transfer limit.
Tap on.
Tap on the icon to open your profile.
Scroll down.
Scroll down to the bottom of the page to read the terms and conditions.
Enter.
Please enter your 4-digit passcode to unlock the app. What app do you usually use to send money internationally? Have you ever been surprised by a hidden fee or a bad exchange rate? Tell us your story in the comments below. We read every single one, and we love hearing about your experiences navigating the world in English.
And for your next step, try switching your favorite digital wallet or banking app into English for the next 48 hours. Force yourself to navigate the menus using the new vocabulary you learned today. You have the tools to handle your money confidently in English now. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.